Okay. All right. So, good morning again. We are going to do a quick review of our lesson yesterday on prepositions. Who can raise their hand and tell me what do you remember about prepositions? What do you remember about prepositions, Ashley?
A preposition connects a noun or pronoun to the rest of a sentence.
Okay, so what three things do prepositions tell us? They tell us
location,
time, and direction. So, for example, if I say Miss Johnson's class is across the hall, what would be the preposition? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Lillian. Say it again. Across. It's talking about where Miss Johnson's class is. What about Ricardo sat in the chair? What would be the preposition? Alexis.
Sit.
Remember, sit is the verb. It's telling what Ricardo did. Ricardo sat in the chair.
On.
I didn't say on. Oh. The sentence is Ricardo sat in the chair. What would be the preposition?
In.
In, yes, in. He sat in the chair. He's talking about where Ricardo sat. I asked two. Nappy slept on her bed. What would be the preposition? Nappy slept on her bed. What would be the preposition? On, correct. All right, so I gave us a few prepositions yesterday. Next, in front, behind, in, under, between, above. Let's generate some more prepositions. So let's come up with some more. Do we have any besides those? Yes, can you give me one? We have next, in front, behind, between, above, in, under. What's the opposite of under?
Above.
Front.
Top. Front.
Under.
Over.
Over. What's some more? We have over.
I'm gonna write this down.
Under. We have. Come on.
We have
Between is already there.
Left.
Next.
Left. Let's see.
So let's think of directions. Next, in front, behind, between, over, under, in.
Side.
What's the opposite of in?
Out.
Out. Yesterday we did into.
In out.
And out is not a word. Across. I know yesterday we were saying that the blue balloon could also be where in relation to the red one. Instead of in front and behind, it could be
Between.
not between because it's not. There's not
In
a
the
middle
middle.
one. So if something
Next.
is right here and right here, they are
beside.
beside. Can we think of any more?
Oh,
I'm writing this down.
Let's think of some more directions. We have
I mean top.
On top. Front.
Up.
Up.
so we have up.
Ooh,
What's the opposite of up?
down.
Down. Let's
Fine.
After. What comes in the middle of before and after?
Then.
Starts with a D. So if something didn't happen before recess and it didn't happen after recess, it happened during. That talks about time. During. And we'll generate some more guys. But the overall standard is not about prepositions. It's about something different. It's about prepositional phrases. Who knows what a phrase is? Who can tell me what a phrase is? Yes.
A phrase is not like it's bottom of a P.
All right, so a phrase, P-H-R-A-S-E. Let me write that, prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrases. A phrase is like a group of words, not a sentence.
Oh.
It's like a sentence fragment, a part of a sentence. So we're going to talk about prepositional phrases. And there is a formula for identifying prepositional phrases. Okay? First thing, prepositional phrases always begin with a preposition. So not only do they always begin with prepositions, they also include an object. Okay? I'm going to explain what that is. An object of the sentence. So if I said Miss Heath jumped across the carpet. If I say Miss Heath jumped across the carpet, what would be the preposition? Across. So that's my preposition. So my prepositional phrase is going to begin with across. What did Miss Heath jump across?
A carpet.
So across the carpet is the object. So across the carpet is the prepositional phrase. Write that down. Miss Heath jumped across. So, we always identify a prepositional phrase by looking for the preposition. And in this sentence, what was the preposition? Across. And my object is carpet, the carpet. So across the carpet is my prepositional phrase. It's not a whole sentence, it's a phrase, it's a few words. So P is for preposition, and the object is the carpet. So across the carpet. Just like with these, yesterday you guys were writing down prepositional phrases. However, we only underlined the preposition. But when we say next to the cat, that's a prepositional phrase. In front of the blue balloon, that's a prepositional phrase. It has to include the preposition as well as the object, okay? We're going to do some practice so we can begin to learn how to identify prepositional phrases. All right? So I'm going to pass out a practice guide, and we are going to practice this, okay? I'll walk you through the first few, okay? Should write your first and last name. Take about 1 more minute and then we're gonna switch and start the practice guide. If you're not finished, you will have time at the end. Okay?
Tomorrow's Friday. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday. No la puertas,
Take about 30 more seconds, guys. Okay. You ready? Alright, so it says read and underline the prepositional phrases in each, or the prepositional phrase in each sentence. Remember, this is a friendly hint. The subject and the verb will never be found inside of a prepositional phrase. So if we look at my sentence up here, it says Miss Heath jumped across the carpet. I was the subject in the sentence, Miss Heath. What was the verb? What was my action? What did I do?
Jump.
Jump. This is not a part of the prepositional phrase, okay? But across the carpet, that's my prepositional phrase. So let's look at number 1. It says, we walked over the mountain. Who is the sentence about? Who is the sentence about? We. That would be the subject. What was the verb? What did we do?
Walk.
We walked. That's the verb. So we already know we walked is not a part of the prepositional phrase. What is the preposition in the sentence? Karen. Just the preposition.
Over.
Over. What did we walk over? What was the object that we walked over?
The mountain.
The mountain. So we're going to underline over the mountain as our prepositional phrase. Over the mountain is our prepositional phrase.
Like this?
All right. Number 2, it says Sally and Dan will go after lunch. Who is my subject?
Sally and Dan.
Sally and Dan. What are they going to do?
Go.
What's the verb?
Go.
Will go. Will is the helper. Well, yeah. Will go. So, we know that Sally and Dan will go. That cannot be a part of the prepositional phrase. I asked you, what is the preposition in that sentence? Will go is the verb. So what would be the preposition? Naffy. After. And what's the object? Lunch. So after lunch is the prepositional phrase. After lunch. So. right? Number 3. Ben will go home after the movie. Ben will go home after the movie. Who is the subject?
Ben.
What will Ben do?
Will go.
Right, he will go home. What is the preposition, Alexis? After. What's the object?
The movie.
The movie. So after the movie is your prepositional phrase.
Yes.
Is this starting to become a little easier?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Do you need to do the back ones too?
We still going through the front. I'm going to let you do it independently in a second.
The back?
Hmm?
Are we gonna do the back?
We may not. All right, number 4. Yes, Mrs. Burke goes to the library. Who is the sentence about? Who's the subject?
Mrs.
Mrs. Burke.
Good morning, Ms. Heath.
Yes, good morning.
Could you please send Lily into the office for this, or to get her, ask to get her belongings?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So the subject is Mrs. Burke. What is she doing?
Goes.
So the verb is goes. What would be my preposition? Don't say.
The library.
Don't say. What's my preposition?
I know.
And I didn't write this on the list, but I'll add it.
Sound like a word for real.
Goes is the verb. What would be the preposition? Ice two.
The library.
Nope, that's the object. What's the preposition? Ricardo,
Goes.
I just said goes is the verb.
Oh. Never mind.
Karen,
Two.
two. Two is the preposition, so what would be the prepositional phrase?
To the library.
The library.
I was gonna say two.
What's the opposite of two? Think about when you're writing somebody a letter. You write to blank.
To go.
Listen. What's the opposite of two? Or think about when you give somebody a present. You say to Ashley.
Gonzalo.
Listen to my question. What is the opposite of two? If I go to the store and then when I'm leaving, I say, if somebody says, where did you go? Or where are you going? And you say, I'm coming blank the store.
To.
I'm leaving the store. So I can't say I'm going to the store if I'm leaving.
From.
Thank you. From. If you're giving a gift to somebody, say to Ashley. From Karen. Okay? So the opposite of to is from. So when you think about prepositions, if you find one, think of an opposite one. Okay? Number 5, I sent invitations to Mary, Helen, and Jack. Who is the subject?
I married her.
Who is the subject?
I.
What did I do?
Sent invitations to Mary, Helen, and
So
Jack.
I sent invitations. What would be the preposition? Alexis? To. Who did I send them to?
Mary, Helen, and Jack.
So to Mary, Helen, and Jack is my prepositional phrase. All right, I want you guys to try numbers 6 through 16, okay? Yes, by yourselves, and we're going to come together and go over it, okay? I'm going to give you guys about 10 minutes. Is that enough?
1 to 16?
Yeah. No, 6 to 16. Is that enough?
16. I'm already in number 7.
All right, let's do about, let's